Hey, good Sunday afternoon, everybody. How you all doing? Y'all know who this is. This your boy Rob Thomas Jr. and this is the real news behind the news. Oh yeah, man. I want to apologize to all the subscribers, everybody that was waiting for this show that we was gonna do today. But as you all can see, if y'all seen by that last post that I had, man, I'm out here trying to take care of some issue with this car, man. Hold on a second, y'all. Give me a second. Then at the same time, I gotta try to take care of these puppies. But I'll try to bring this show back a little bit later on this evening. Sit down, boy. Y'all got enough water? Okay. Again, I apologize. Sorry about that. But again, I apologize if y'all see the last post, man. I'm here. Finally got this car to the house, man, and I'm trying to get this goddamn tire situation taken care of, man. So that's really kind of what's throwing me off. I want to do this show today, y'all. I really do. But it's gonna have to be a little bit later on. We're gonna be talking about religion, and basically we're gonna be talking about the different. Hey, what's going on? Hey, night, Miss Flora, how y'all doing? Yeah, I'm just apologizing, doing this show, doing this to let everybody know that I didn't forget about today's show. I had some good material lined up for y'all, and if I can get this tire taken care of, y'all, I will do this show as soon as I can do this. But right now, my mind is not focused, because as y'all can see, as y'all seen that last post that I made to the community, man, I'm dealing with some serious issues. I mean, I'm just now getting my car back to the house, and you can see this tire is fucked up, the spare's fucked up. So y'all stay tuned, man. I'm gonna do this show sometime today, but right now, man, I'm just trying to get this Mustang Sally taken care of, man. Finally got it to the house. I thank y'all for the prayers and stuff. Couple of people reaching out to me on Facebook. So hopefully y'all will have this taken care of. We're going to get the show done before Family Guy come on. Whatever we're going to do, it's going to be before Family Guy come on, which is 8 o'clock. But hopefully, if we can get this taken care of, we'll try to bring y'all this show. What time is it now? It's just say 1 o'clock. I don't like to put a time on these things, but we're gonna say by 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. I guarantee you all. I ain't gonna make no promise, but I guarantee you that no matter what, if we get the tire done or not, we're gonna just go ahead and go live. But I thank y'all for waiting patiently. Y'all pray for me. I found somewhere with a tire that'll fit this car. So right now we're just trying to capitalize and get the funds for it. But so far, we got half of the money that we need. If y'all can hit the Cash App, we only need like about $25. We can get the tire fixed. But until then, y'all be prepared. Get your questions ready, because again, we're gonna be talking about religion, and I want to talk to it on the point about how religion is hindering and handicapping black people. Because we as black people, man, we grab hold to these religions and don't really study the origins of where they come from. Matter of fact, fuck it, we might well go ahead and start part of the show right now. But basically, we as black people, we don't research the origins of religions. We just believe everything that's told to us. Basically, what we see is what size tire is? It's a 60 something, Mike. Hold on, I got it written down. Let me see. It's 60p, something like that. It's whatever it is for the Ford Mustang. Hold on a second, I can pull it up for you. Cause see, like this tire here is on. I mean, it got a slow leak in it too. The other side, we're looking at it's hold on. Oh, okay, it's 225 60R 16. I found a shop over there on Jewel. My boy found a shop over on Jewel in Greenwood. They want $40 for the tire right now. So we trying to come up with the other half, because I got somebody Cash App me half of it. So we trying to get the other half for it. But anyway, but religion, black people here in America, we got to understand. And I don't say this to really, again, offend anybody about their religious beliefs, but religion is the biggest hindrance to us in the black community. Here in the black community, man, we going on all these fables and traditions that our grandmothers and grandfathers, even our mothers and fathers taught us. But we never asked the question, where did these beliefs originate? Now, you got to realize in Christianity, man, Christianity is probably the biggest religion that black people in America subscribe to. But black people don't realize when they bought our ancestors here as slaves, they were not Christians. Let me give y'all some real game. Jesus himself was not a Christian. Jesus himself really lived the early part of his life in Egypt. He practiced the religions that the ancient Egyptians practiced. And most times it was spiritualism. You see what I'm saying? Jesus was basically, every time he told you God is not a spirit. God is not a man, he's a spirit. Those who worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. That tells you that Jesus practiced spiritualism. He didn't get up there every Sunday morning and go to the church. No, guess what? He went to the synagogues on Friday because according to his heritage, he was a Hebrew. But Jesus himself did not practice Christianity. Jesus himself, I'm going to tell y'all the truth, believe it or not, if he was alive right now today on this earth, he would not set foot in a Christian church. Believe it or not. If anything, he would be in a Jewish synagogue, or you know what I'm saying, or in a Jewish temple, practicing Judaism, which was a spinoff of African spiritualism. You have to go back and look at the Old Testament and understand that these people was practicing sacrifices. They were sacrificing animals constantly in that temple. The priests and the miracles that you see Moses and all these people do, think about this. Every miracle, everything that Moses did, the Pharaoh's Egyptians, the Pharaoh's magicians was able to duplicate everything that Moses did. But when it came down to the point where, quote unquote, God started doing supernatural things with the weather and other phenomenon like bringing the plagues upon Egypt, that was a different story. But everything that Moses did, Pharaoh's magicians copied it and duplicated it. So that lets you know that there was more to that story than what we are being told. Now, when I go back and look at the Bible, I'm just firm believer. There's no way in the world I could believe half the stories that were told. Especially, let's go talk about Noah's Ark. There's no way in this world that story could have been literal. Think about this. The lions, the tigers, and the bears pretty much would have ate every animal on that ark. And they say that 40 days and 40 nights. How much animal shit was on that ark? Think about it. How the hell did the penguins and the polar bears get all the way from the North Pole to Africa? So we got to ask questions about these stories that we're being told, you all. I wanted to go in a whole different direction with this, and again, because there's things that going on with my car. I'm just doing this on the spur of the moment, just to do a show, because I promised all my subscribers that we would come back and talk about it. So if y'all got something y'all want to chime in on it, go ahead and ask your question. But again, we want to just say that black people, again, how can we come together as a people to fight this system of white supremacy and systematic racism when we can't even come together and at least try to come up to agree on who is the true and living God? We grasp hold to every God that was taught to us. Notice, black people didn't come up here talking about, over here, they weren't talking about no Jesus. Because when as a matter of fact, I watched that movie for the first time, 12 Years a Slave, last night. And when you look at that movie, one of the deeper meanings in that movie that a lot of people didn't pay attention was they were showing the brutality of the slave masters all the while they were quoting scriptures. You notice the slave masters were so brutal They looked at black people like dogs, like animals. But every Sunday, they had a Sunday service telling these same slaves that they just got through beating within an inch of their life that Jesus loves them. When you go back throughout history, every nation or every civilization that has been colonized by Christianity, they say first came the priests with the Bible. And second came the military trying to enforce that belief into the people. If Christianity was so true and so pure, why did they have to beat it into the slaves? Why did they have to trick black people into believing a story about somebody who's the Son of God, who God himself murdered? Think about it. Why couldn't the God of the Bible just forgive everybody on the planet and kill Satan? But instead, he had to kill his own son. Sadistically murder his own son on a cross. That whole story sounds fishy if you really just look at it on the surface. You mean to tell me a God who's so loving would rather continue to allow sin to prevail as opposed to killing Satan, who's supposed to be the author of sin? He would rather let Satan run around and tempt us with sin as opposed to killing Satan. But he will kill you if you don't obey him. That shit don't compute, y'all. So we as black people, man, we have to start researching and understanding that religion in itself, organized religion, is nothing more than a tactic of slavery. Literally. Whether it's Christianity, Islam, Judaism, I would even go so far as to say some of the other religions. Now, one religion that I've really been paying a lot of attention to is Hinduism lately. Also, I've been looking at Buddhism. Because in these religions, they don't hold up, well, I can't say it about Hinduism, but Buddhism, it teaches a lot of spiritual complexes. One being one in tune with the spirit, the consciousness of the universe. I subscribe more to that than I do a religion that some man tells me that God told him these set of rules that I have to obey. And if I don't obey these rules, I am going to hell. Come on, man. That's crazy. Let me see something if I can do this. No, it's not letting me do it. Religious belief are cunning. This is COVID-19. Which religion? None of these religions are cured. Think about it. All these preachers who are telling us that God is going to protect them from COVID-19, you notice they're dying? Excuse me. I'm going to post a news article to the Real News Behind the News Facebook page where even one of the top bishops throughout in America, I think it's in America, is telling people not to take the vaccination. You remember at one point when COVID was first kicking off, all these Christian pastors was telling us that God would protect them, and then a couple of weeks later, they was dead behind this virus? I mean, then too, what kind of loving God would send a virus that would destroy all these people? I mean, it seemed like the God of the Bible, he is a psychopath, a sociopath, because if you don't do what he says, he tells these pastors to tell us, he's going to send a plague to destroy us. First of all, did he create all those things that we call sin? Why would you create something? Put it like this. Why would you buy your child a new the very latest PlayStation, knowing that your child is addicted to video games, and then tell your child not to play with it? And then when your child does give in to the temptation to play, well, let me see. Citizen Soldier say, if having compassion on others was used by doctors neglecting the old, or the Kumo targeting old people money, if love for others instead of greed, less would die. And so, exactly. This God created be honest, he created sin. If he created Satan, he created sin. And then tells us, in the Bible say there's pleasure in sin, but only for a season. So that means this God is so sadistic that he created the things that we know that are pleasurable to us and then tell us we can't do those things. How many of you all, again, as a loving parent, knowing your child is addicted to video games, he will not do his homework, he will not do his chores because he's so addicted to video games. Why would you buy him the latest PlayStation? What is the PlayStation 5 that's coming out? Why would you buy him a PlayStation 5 and sit it in his room and tell him, you better not touch it, knowing that he's addicted to these video games? You would be a sadistic parent. You would be an unfit parent if you did that. But this is the way the God of religion handles us as human beings. He created all these pleasurable things and then tell us not to eat it. He created that so-called, quote unquote, that forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden, knowing that Adam and Eve was going to want to eat that fruit, but he told them, if you eat this fruit, you're going to die. So human nature is, what's so curious about this fruit? So human nature is going to want to taste that fruit. But he basically cursed them, cursed the ground, because he created something that he told us we couldn't touch. Well, why create it all in the first place? This goes back to what I was saying. Religion is nothing more than a tool that is used to control the masses. Why is it that those pastors who tell us that God told us not to do this because of the sin, why is it that they do these things, they see it, and they get away with it? Because everybody is now telling us, you better not touch God's anointed one. Touch not pastor, because pastor is the man of God. Bullshit. Pastor is a homosexual pedophile around here molesting your children. But yet still, when somebody like me pointed out, I'm the sinner. I'm the heathen. I'm the one going to hell for pointing out that your pastor is a fuck boy who likes to fuck little boys and sometimes little girls. Half your pastors around here are dope dealing or drug addicts themselves. But when I point it out, I'm the one that's going to hell because I'm talking about this so-called man of God. See, this is the fuckery that religion has put in our mind. We're not supposed to question, quote unquote, the man of God. Why not question? Why the fuck are you driving a Bentley and I'm catching the bus, pastor, but I pay tithes every Sunday? You see what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's like saying you could go to the grocery store or to the liquor bank because it is the neighborhood. Free will is out. But free will, why create the shit? I mean, if it's able to be created by man, you see what I'm saying? Why would God curse us and punish us for partaking in these things? You see what I'm saying? He said it again. He said himself in the scriptures. There's pleasure in sin, but only for a season. Well, why not kill the fucking devil? Literally. Why kill innocent babies? Why allow innocent babies to die from these diseases, to die from this violence and shit, when he can literally just kill Satan and there would be no more temptation? So you mean to tell me we got to prove our faithfulness to a God who we can't see? Give me a garden of superfood and I'll place a crack rock in the middle. And then what will happen? Once you place a crack rock in the middle, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Think about it. A garden of superfood. I'm trying to understand your point, citizen soldier. But my whole thing is this. Religion is the biggest hindrance for I guess you could say, for the prosperity of black people. Because their God, the God of religion, tell us that we're supposed to obey our slave masters. We're supposed to obey. I'll take the advice of the poisonous nature of one thing, chill in the garden and have me a wife. Me, myself, rules. That's what a religion is. It's a set of rules. Spirituality has no rules. You see what I'm saying? The only rule for spirituality is being pure enough to be in tune with the divine spirit of the Creator. That's the only rule in that. We all have our own ways to get to the Creator. I don't need a book that some man wrote. Think about this. Christians and Muslims are so fucking blind that they say that their scriptures were divinely inspired by God, but a man wrote them motherfuckers. A man wrote them motherfuckers, and now it is a man who has to teach you these things. Even kids can walk around in the room, but know not to stick their fingers in. Exactly. But does that mean that that's religious? That's an inherited knowledge. That's a spiritual knowledge given to us. That's not a fucking a religious doctrine. Kids know right from wrong. They are born with a spiritual, a divine spiritual principle inside of them that lets us know good and bad. But again, every time, think about it, every time something goes wrong in the life of a Christian, they blame the devil, but never take responsibility for their own actions. Pastor Jimmy on my phone. They never take responsibility for their own action. When something go good, it's God blessed them. When something go bad, it's Satan. What about the fucked up decisions that you made? The reason why that shit went bad. Nobody wants to take responsibility because religiously you got a scapegoat, the devil. The devil is probably the most lied on individual in world history, because everything that goes bad, people blame him. People blame the devil for their marriage breaking up, but not once take responsibility for them going outside their marriage cheating. You know what I'm saying? People want to blame the devil for losing the job. Saying, well, Satan got his hands on me, I lost my job. But they don't want to talk about they came to work drunk 3 hours late, 4 times in the last month. People want to say, give God the glory when they say, well, we just got blessed with this $300,000 home, but never want to say that it was the bank that gave them a motherfucking loan, what they going to be paying off for the next 30, 40 years. If God blessed you with it, don't you think he would have gave you the money to buy that home flat out? Because don't your Bible say God don't want you to be in debt? I mean, come on now. We look, these things are nothing more than scapegoats that we use to basically fucking get away with what we want to get away with. And when shit go wrong, we got an easy adversary to blame it on, the devil. But nobody wants to take responsibility for their own actions. So religion is basically the biggest hindrance to world peace, because when you look at 3/4 of your wars that's going on here in the world, it's behind religion. Even Muslims are fighting Muslims in the Middle East behind religious beliefs. Americans are fighting overseas in Muslim countries, claiming that God has ordained us to be the righteous country on the face of the planet. When you look at all the fuck shit that's going on here in America, we cannot even feed our own people. We got a homelessness problem that's off the chain here in America, but we are overseas telling us that God wants us to bring democracy to these other countries when we don't even have a fucking democracy here. It's crazy. Yeah, please smash the like button. Y'all share these videos. Also, man, we gonna ask for tithes and offerings today, just like they do at church, man. We need at least $25 right now, man, to get this tire fixed on this fucking car. You know, people go to church today, man. Pastor sitting around in a Bentley, living in a $500,000 house by the lake, and he still can come in here and say God needs his tithes and offering. Well, let me ask you a question. The God of Christianity must be a fucking drug addict or a gambling addict, because every goddamn Sunday he needs more and more money. I mean, if he created money, he owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, he created all this, why does he need money every goddamn Sunday? And why does the preacher tell you that when it comes to your tithes and offering, I know you got an electric bill that passed due and they finna cut your shit off tomorrow, but pay your tithes and trust in God. No, fuck that. I'm paying the electric bill, and I trust in God to give me some more money to pay my tithes and offering. This shit is crazy, man. But we as black folk, we will grasp hold to that bullshit, man, and never question it. We will never question where the dinosaurs came from. How come the Bible never tell us about dinosaurs? How come the Bible say in the world the earth is only 6,000 years old, but they finding bones of human beings over 1,000,000 some years old? We're told not to question that. One of the main things we're told as black people in any religious context, any religious group, never question where God came from, who created God. Why the fuck not? I'm created in his image where I'm able to ask questions. So why shouldn't I ask, who created God? How did God create? Because we as human beings, we look at things as having a beginning and an ending. In our mind, we cannot grasp hold to somebody who was always fucking there, that didn't have a mother or a father. Even Jesus, when he came, according to your Bible, didn't he have to have a mother and a father? But y'all still say he God. So we have to look at all this fuckery that's being put upon us. It's nothing more than like a set of rules and regulations that's designed to keep the masses, the average population. That shit is designed to keep us docile. It's designed to keep us from asking these type of questions because the religious leaders can't answer them. Again, why is it that here in America, in every black neighborhood, you see nothing but poverty and despair? When you walk through your neighborhoods, you see abandoned and dilapidated buildings. You see people under the corners drinking. You see hopelessness and despair. But as soon as you walk up to a church, you see chandeliers, red carpet, $200,000 lighting and sound system. The church in most communities is worth more than all the houses in that community put together. But we're not supposed to ask questions why Sister Johnson electric got cut off. But yet still, pastor saying that God needs our tithes and offerings to take care of his business. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. Again, I'm not here to judge nobody for their religious belief, but I am here to ask questions and point out some serious truth. So to those people who went to church today, hey man, I'm not knocking y'all religion. I know y'all paid your tithes and offering. Hey, donate something to the Real News Behind the News, man, because we bring y'all real shit. We point out when there's one pastor here, we gonna point out, but pastor here, most black people really love, he getting all this 501c3 money, come to find out that he's dope dealing. He's laundering money from dope dealers. He's having sex with little boys, but you're not supposed to talk about him. Touch not my anointed one and do my prophet no harm. Fuck that. Tell your prophet not to fuck with these little kids. Then I won't touch him. I won't expose them. Plain and simple. So again, man, I just did this show, man. I'm gonna have to come back with part 2. I really wasn't planning on doing it right now, but I mean, I might as well while I'm here, man. I'm waiting on a miracle. I'm waiting on a miracle right now. And I don't know which God gonna do it, but I believe the God that I believe in is gonna bless me with it. But if y'all can, man, pay some tithes and offerings to the Real News Behind News, man. We need 10 people to donate $2 or one person donate $25. We get this tithe fixed. Then I come back, man, I do a 2-hour-long show on this video. But it's hard for me to be settled when I know I got business I need to handle. And I'm going to trust in the creator that I believe in. The creator that I believe in is not a religious God. He's a spiritual God. He's that one consciousness in the universe that we all are plugged into. That one conscious, like brother Citizen said, that lets us know right from wrong. Hey, Citizen Soldier, I'm going to be getting in touch with you also about that living situation. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post my email, and you email me and I'll give you my number and I'll get your number and we'll talk about that sometime this week. But hey, again, y'all, we thank y'all for joining us briefly for this show. We're going to try to come back around by 4:00 p.m. If y'all can, man, first of all, foremost, share this video. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button, because hitting that like button helps us with the algorithms. Because, again, they put our show, our channel so far down in the search that if you're not a subscriber that signed up to get notifications, you'll never know that we went live. Also, man, please tell your family and friends about our show, man, about our page, our channel, so that we can try to get our subscribers up. Also, if you can, man, please, we can take any donation that you give to us. Cash tag therealnews3. But we're gonna go ahead, man, try to get this tire fixed, man, and once I do that, I'll be able to be settled, man, and I can actually really focus on the show, and I can go down the script that I had prepared. Because normally I don't use a script, but for today's show, I had a script. But right now, man, I just wanted to really apologize for not going on time when I said I was. So until y'all can see me again this evening, pray for me. Again, if you can, hit the Cash App, the $THEREALNEWS3, the Real News 3. Hopefully we can get this car up and running. I thank God for allowing us to get it to the house. Until then, man, y'all give me a moment. I'm finna go try to make some things happen. Y'all pray for me. I pray for y'all. Y'all be blessed.